with trades or ads. So here we go. Let's go into the draft room. First on the clock, the Chicago Bears. After that trade with the Carolina Panthers, and they're not going to overcomplicate things with all the talk and all the machinations. They're going to end up going Caleb Williams. There it is. Washington Commanders on the clock at number 2. This is real easy too. They're going to go Drake May and be excited about it. New England Patriots up at 3. They are tempted by Marvin Harrison, but it's all about the quarterback in this league, so they are going to go with Jaden Daniels there at number 3. Pick number 4, Arizona Cardinals. They are sticking with Kyler Murray by all accounts, so they give him Marvin Harrison Jr. to make some things happen. Los Angeles Chargers picking at 5. They could look at Malik Neighbors, but they've got some receivers there. They just picked one last year. I know it's a new regime coming in for the coach and the GM, but I think they're going to go with Joe Alt, who is just such a likable player. New York Giants up at pick number 6. Probably would take Jaden Daniels if he's there, but he's not there. So what are they going to do? They could look at Neighbors, who's a real good player. I think they're going to go Olu Fashanu because their line was so bad last year, giving up the second most sacks of all time. Tennessee Titans picking at number 7. They're going to take the best player on the board, which is Malik Neighbors, helping out a weak wide receiver room over there. Atlanta Falcons at number 8. Some really nice players on the board, especially on the offensive side, but they've already got offensive skill talent. What they really need and what sank them this year was the lack of a quarterback. So they're going to get one here, and it is going to be Bo Nix. They're picking him over Penix to avoid that nasty injury history that Penix has. Bo Nix has pro-ready traits, even if he didn't always have the opportunity to show them off at Oregon. Chicago Bears are up at number 9, and didn't they have fun taking Caleb Williams? They're going to get him some help here. They're going to go with Brock Bowers, give him the tight end as well as the receiver. I know, they've got Cole Kmet over there who just got a big contract, but from a talent perspective, there's no comparison. Brock Bowers is a far superior talent. New York Jets up at number 10. What are they going to do? It's got to be offensive line. They want to keep Aaron Rodgers upright this season, keep his ACL healthy. They take Talesi Fuaga, great run blocker who will help out Breece Hall. Minnesota Vikings up at number 11. Some attractive options for them. They also need a quarterback after Kirk Cousins hits free agency. That being said, I think Kurt is coming back. I think Kurt's excited about the Vikings team. I think he likes his time there. So I have the Vikings instead going defense. I have them going with Jer'Zhan Newton in the middle of that defense. Denver Broncos up on the clock. They sure need a quarterback after essentially moving on from Russell Wilson despite his contract. That really hasn't worked out. So they're going to look at the quarterbacks here, and they're going to go with Michael Penix Jr. in Denver. Las Vegas Raiders, they need a quarterback, and you know what? They are lucky because there's just one quarterback left that you could consider here, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to bank on the high-end traits of J.J. McCarthy, fresh off his national championship, and see what they can do with him. New Orleans Saints have a lot of exciting options here. I think that they are going to be excited that Rome Odunze is still on the board. He does kind of look like a Michael Thomas clone, and they're going to put him on the other side of Chris Olave. Indianapolis Colts, they've got some nice skill position players on the offensive side. I think they're going to look at the defense, and I think they're going to go with Dallas Turner, the athletic freak pass rusher. Seattle Seahawks are up. They do not need cornerbacks, even though there's some nice cornerbacks on the board with Reek Woolen and Devon Witherspoon. They're looking pretty good. So they're going to go with Jared Verse, an excellent pass rusher out of Florida State University. Jacksonville Jaguars, one of the most disappointing teams this year. They could use help all over. They're going to pick the best player that they can find, and that is going to be Nate Wiggins on the back end at cornerback. Cincinnati Bengals come up. They're always looking to help out their offense, and it's often with them, it's often about the line. They are probably losing Jonah Williams to free agency this year, so I have them picking J.C. Latham to come in and replace him. Green Bay Packers, they've had trouble on defense, so I think they're going to look defense, and I think they're going to look at a corner to put on the other side of Jair Alexander. I think it is going to be Cooper DeJean. There's been a lot of speculation about this online because of the geographic proximity in terms of where he played at college, and I think it might just happen. Tampa Bay Bucks are up next. They've got needs everywhere. They're picking at number 20, and I am going to give them defensive back Kool-Aid McKinstry. I think he fits what they're looking to do. Arizona Cardinals are up at number 21 with some attractive players on the board. Kyler Murray did just get his receiver earlier in this draft when we gave them Marvin Harrison. So I am going to give them Laiatu Latu on the defensive side of the ball, get them an edge rusher. Los Angeles Rams could do a number of things here, but mostly their problems this year were on defense. So I'm going to go Terrion Arnold here to the Rams. Pittsburgh Steelers also need help in a lot of places. Probably could use a quarterback over there, but there's really not one on the board here. So I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be in the Justin Fields market. I think they might also be in on Kirk Cousins, although as you heard me say earlier, I predict Cousins will be going back to Minnesota. So where does that leave the Pittsburgh Steelers? I think they're going to take Marius Mims. I think they like these really big, long tackles, and that might be where they go. Miami Dolphins have some attractive players to choose from here. They could go edge with Braylon Trice after all their edge players got hurt this year. But I don't think that's going to be the pick. I think they're going to go Jordan Morgan because I think they're looking for a replacement for Robert Hunt set to depart in free agency and get a big deal. Philadelphia Eagles on the clock, and I'll tell you what, Braylon Trice sure looked like their kind of player as they look to fortify the trenches with toughness. Kansas City Chiefs are up at this pick, and wow, this could not have played out any better for them. They've got two receivers on the board here who really look attractive in terms of what they want and what they need. Across on the other side from Rashee Rice, help out Patrick Mahomes, they're going to pick Brian Thomas Jr., who I think is the better player of those two receivers. Houston Texans up. They've already got strong receivers. They could go get an edge and put him on the other side of Will Anderson. They could get a corner or a safety here. I'm going to give them the corner in Rakestraw for Demico Ryan's defense. Detroit Lions are up. They could also use a pass rusher, put him on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson. Probably could use help at the safety positions too. Get some help for Brian Branch over there. I think we're going to go with Tyler Nubin. Give Brian Branch that help. Buffalo Bills, they're like the Kansas City Chiefs here, where they just desperately need a receiver that can take over on the other side opposite Stephon Diggs. Gabe Davis has not been that guy, and they're going to go here with the big one, the fast one, Troy Franklin. He's long, fast, and he catches the ball. Dallas Cowboys coming in. Where could they use help? Well, they've got a pretty darn good team, but you know what they're going to do? They're going to take the safety Cam Kitchens here, back into that defense. 49ers are also really strong. They are going to get a corner in Kamari Lassiter, and then it's going to be the Ravens with the last pick of the first round. They've got some nice options here. They could go Chris Bresswell on the edge. They had a really nice season up front. They are probably going to lose their defensive tackle, Justin Madubuike. They could look at the receiver room, which they just strengthened a bit with that pick in the first round last year. Zay Flowers, JT Tumolo is here, and Leonard Taylor on the inside. I think it's going to be Ladd McConkey, so I'm going to put that pick in there. And that is where we end this draft. Let's take a look at the full results. Here we go. Just recapping quickly, 1 to 32. Caleb Williams goes number 1 to the Chicago Bears. Drake May, the run-it-in pick at number 2 for the Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels goes number 3 to the Patriots. We got a run on quarterbacks at the beginning of the draft. Arizona Cardinals take Marvin Harrison Jr. Los Angeles Chargers take Joe Alt, the tackle. New York Giants take a tackle. It's Olu Fashanu with those pass protection skills. Tennessee Titans at number 7 get Malik Neighbors. Atlanta Falcons get their quarterback, number 8 overall, Bo Nix. Chicago Bears go off the grid, unexpectedly taking that tight end Brock Bowers. Pick number 10, New York Jets taking Talese Fuaga, the tackle. Pick number 11, Minnesota Vikings, Jerzon Newton. Number 12, Denver Broncos get a new quarterback, Michael Penix Jr. Number 13, another quarterback, this time Las Vegas Raiders taking J.J. McCarthy. We will see who his coach is on that team. Pick number 14, it's Rome Odunze going to the New Orleans Saints. Pick 15, the freaky athletic edge rusher Dallas Turner out of Alabama goes to the Indianapolis Colts. Pick 16, another edge rusher Jared Verse going to the Seattle Seahawks. Pick 17, Jacksonville Jaguars picking Nate Wiggins on the back of that defense. Pick 18, Cincinnati Bengals get J.C. Latham in there to play tackle. Pick 19, Cooper DeJean going to the Green Bay Packers at cornerback. Pick 20, Tampa Bay Bucks, Kool-Aid McKinstry, best nickname in the draft. Pick number 21, second first-round pick for the Arizona Cardinals. They get Laiatu Latu. What a haul for them. Pick 22, Los Angeles Rams, Terrion Arnold at cornerback. Pick number 23 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They get the massive Amarius Mims at tackle. Pick number 24, Miami Dolphins get a really versatile offensive lineman in Jordan Morgan out of Arizona. Pick 25, the Philadelphia Eagles do what they always do, and they take Braylon Trice, the edge rusher. Pick 26, Patrick Mahomes gets a receiver, Brian Thomas Jr. out of LSU. Pick 27, the Houston Texans fortify that defense with a cornerback, Rakestraw Jr. out of Missouri. Pick number 28, the Lions get a safety in Tyler Nubin. The Buffalo Bills take Troy Franklin, the speedy wide receiver from Oregon. Pick number 30, the Dallas Cowboys get a safety. Pick 31, the stacked San Francisco 49ers add corner Kamari Lassiter out of Georgia. And pick 32, the Baltimore Ravens add Ladd McConkey, talented wide receiver from Georgia. There you have it, folks. That is my first mock draft for 2024.